Competition in Southeast Asia's quick service restaurant industry is intensifying, with Chinese brands like Mishu, now the world's largest F&B chain by outlets, disrupting the market. Momo's Andrew Liu is here to share his insights. So, Andrew, how is rising competition reshaping Southeast Asia's QSR industry?
It's a really good question, Tess. It's something that we're really focused on here at Momos. Our whole goal is really to help QSRs grow with our AI customer copilot. We're really seeing three key trends right now. Number one, it's the continued acceleration of the global brands. Shake Shack a couple years ago made a very big splash in Southeast Asia, but now we have Chick-fil-A coming in. Number two, it's the introduction of new categories in general to Southeast Asia. We see the rise of Nashville hot chicken. I think Dave's Hot Chicken stored globally, something that's really strong, but we see local players as well as the competition coming from what we typically see as gourmet pizza competing with the traditional QSRs. And then finally, it's the rise of the beverage brands. We have everything from venture-backed coffee, from the Kopi Kanangans, the pickup coffees, the Zeus coffees of the world, as well as the continued splash from the Chinese brands, Chagi, Luckin Coffee, the aforementioned Misra. The ultimate outcome here is that consumers have more choice than ever. Competition is really, really fierce, and all the brands need to really, really work hard to stay ahead of trends and stay ahead of trends and consumer preferences.
On such aggressive pricing and expansion strategies, how are local and global brands responding to these?
There's always going to be aggressive pricing and competition, through since the dawn of time. Whenever external factors are providing a challenge to your business, we oftentimes encourage our QSR customers and executives to really look internally. And looking internally is really listening to your customer and understanding their preferences, and driving insights so you can make better data-driven decisions. Your customers are the ones that are dining with you, your guests week in and week out. It's really important to stay on top of what they want amidst aggressive pricing expansion strategies. What we see, are leading brands that really do a good job of this is they're really good at localizations of their products. A great example is McDonald's Singapore. They are a market leader for a reason, and we rarely see brands globally who change their menus as frequently as McDonald's in order to stay ahead. A great example was their current product, the Nasi Lemak burger. That only comes about maybe once a year, and it definitely disappeared for a couple of years, which I was, which was sorely missed from me. We see this strategy for McDonald's to continue to adapt to local taste, change their menu to, and listen to their customers to be able to compete with whoever comes in the market. Even Shake Shack had created their own version of this, and while Shake Shack is a customer of Momos to power their entire customer stack with AI, I can't help but like the OG, the McDonald's version a bit more. But ultimately, if everything is competitive, the best way to do is continue to build and serve great product to your customers.
And I believe you need tech for this. So, with that, what role does technology play in helping QSR stay competitive today?
Absolutely. We really think of technology as an input here in the whole equation. The output, right? The end goal is to build a resilient brand, a long-staying brand that will be able to survive global pandemics, global pandemics, boycotts, and everything in between, right? That's really the end goal. And we always see technology as needing to achieve three really key functions. Number one, it needs to be able to consolidate and measure. It needs to be able to significantly save costs, and it needs to be able to drive revenue. And if it can't do that, there's no reason to adopt technology, let alone Momos or anything else, right? What we specifically solve is on the customer side, right? We build AI customer co-pilots for QSRs and multi-location brands. Think of us as an always-on digital AI customer relations team at every single location. Your AI concierge across your tens, hundreds of, if not thousands of locations. But we also see kind of AI evolving a lot of different technologies. Voice is a big one, drive-through ordering, and everything around there, as well as hiring, right? Some of the fastest growing AI startups are around hiring. Technology is a great way to continue to stay ahead and save costs initially, right? We think of Momos as being able to help you hire one less staff member for every 4 locations that you have. That's the math that we've done internally, but ultimately it needs to be able to increase customer retention. customer retention is a great metric that that most of our QSR executives and not all of our QSR executives focus on. 5% increase in customer retention can lead to a 20% increase in profitability. So, overall, technology is a great way to continue to stay ahead of trends and listen and be close to your customer.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Andrew.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate the time.
Once again, that was Andrew Liu, co-founder of Momos. For more news, visit qsrmedia.asia.